Hello guys. In this section, I will introduce about you how to conduct for the moving average smoothing. That could be moving average. Okay. So moving average smoothing will be one of the basic function on how the people do it for the time series decomposition. I will show you do it on. It's just not only on this RStudio but also on Excel, so you can make a clear views and understand about the basic of everything. So if you interested in how to conduct for the moving average on Excel, please just view another video of me. But for this video, we just mostly focus and conduct every color function on RStudio. So first of all, lies on moving average, right? This is the topic of today's session, and on we remember about call out for the FPP2 function. Okay, right now everything had been loaded, and the thing would be like I wanted you for the cell. Okay, the electricity cell for the residual custom in the South Australia. South Australia will be one of the states of Australia, and that should be annual electricity sales of South Australia in gigawatt hour from the 1989 into 2010. 2008. So it's not too much, around like almost 20 years only. You for the hot weather has been excluded, something like that. So we had to clarify that this would be annual electricity sale, right? And the time series. So this would be first of all the time for us to do with the elect cell. Oh yeah, of course I will also have to call out for the library of the tidyverse, right? Library of the tidyverse. Okay, I wanted you for the highlight operation, and then I'm going to just do it for the auto plot. Okay, with this one, just do it very quick. Okay, and we see how it's fluctuate, how the thing had been changed from the 1990 into the 2008. Of course, if you really want to see structures of the elect cell, you can do it also. Another thing would be like if you want to see for the head of the data. Okay, but I guess that should be quite good, and not too much of them, because that's all the thing will be just include in about like 6 observations, well, over the 20 in total. So I believe that's not a kind of big deal, and right now that's going to be just decorate for the data a little bit. Okay, I slap, and I want to say this would be in here, right? And while lab, I would just put them in like gigawatt hour. Okay, if you really want to have the CC title too, okay, put it in an annual electricity cell in South Australia. Okay, and this will be what it will look like. Okay, we're done with the highlight data visualization, right? We're done with the first view about the data. Okay, first view about the data sets. Okay, now let's go and just do it for the moving average. Okay, so we'll do for the moving average measure with m equal to 5. So here that should be an odd number. Okay, odd periods for moving average. And I always show you that with the kind of odd number of moving average, everything will be very easy, and we would just stick with that with like m equal to 5, so 5 periods before, and we're gonna check it. So the MA, I will use the function MAs for the elect cell, right? Yeah, with the number will be 5. Okay, alright, and you're gonna see how it could look like. Now all the time series itself has been set from the 1989 compared to the previous one start from the 1980, right? However, the thing will be like they will be removed for the first two observation, because as, they will have to make the measurement on all the thing like that, right? Later I would just do it with the I would say it and I would just compare it with the moving average on Excel, like for I would just save. Okay, right. Okay, I would try to compare the moving average on Excel. Okay, so to do that I would have to save the data, CSV, right? CSV, and here over here I want to save for the data file would be the elex, right? Elex cell. Okay, and later I save it like elex cell. Yeah, anyway, like I really want to save it in my computer, on my local computer, so those could be my working directories, and I want to save this here, so I save them into the working directories, change the name, just make sure that everything will be clear and put in the right order, something like that, right? And with a, okay, and election.csv, right? Okay, it should be look like this one. Okay, and now I will show you how we can conduct it on Excel at the same time. So you see, I already save it here, and if I extend it, okay, so this will be the data. This will be electric city cell, right? Okay, and this is the period. Actually, it should be from 1989, 1990, and spread into 2008. That should be all the data. Okay, now I do it with the MA5 moving average with the 5 periods. And how the people normally do it? People, they can run it on manually by how we do it. Average. Okay, of the first 5 observations. You see, like if I want to have the average like this, and I want it kind of like systematic and kind of symmetric data, so I save it for the first 5 periods. Okay, and I have the number over here. Okay, 2381, something like that. And if I scroll it down, okay, if I scroll it down, of course, like you see the second one, right? This will be another 5 more periods with the MA5. So 5 more periods on look like this. Okay, and the data itself would be go continuously into 2006, because it's for 2006 we include for all the data of the 5 years around, like from 2004 into 2008, right? So that means this 2 of them should not be available, right? Okay, and another way for us to really run for the MA5, okay, but now that will be generated. Okay, if MA5 generated, how we gonna just do it? You go into data, you go and open for the data analysis. If you not have that, go into option and put it in for the add-in. Remember that Excel is really run for very strong function, and also for the kind of like all the characteristic and add-in, so you can add it on. And if that's available, it should look like this for your computer now. If you don't have the data analysis bottom, and you click on like some of them select, you should not include for the euro currency tool, because they're not really necessary and that's slow down for your computer, and click OK. So in this case I already got it, so I don't have to click OK. But however, it takes for about like less than a minute to install everything into your computer. The same with you install for the packet, and it's available here. Okay, if you really want to do it, and then later the data bottom, and you can see it available here for data analysis. Okay, you can see it right here, the moving average function. Okay, and you want to put in for the input range if you want, and label in the first row. That means it understands that the first row is not really the data, but however just the name of the variable. Okay, interval, I want to say it like about 5. Okay, because you want to MA 5, and output range I will just go and just generate from like this way. Okay, and charge output at, I believe. Okay, all right, the thing would be like you feel, oh my god, what it happened, why it totally not available here, and this would be look like the data is not so good. I say no, it totally fine. If you really copy the data, you move it, right, you see the data will look like this way. Okay, look like this way. This is the average, but however, because that for the basic function of the moving average on Excel, they will generate for all the calculation of the average for the first 5, and they put it not the same with what we have already done, but they put it in this side. Okay, so that's the reason why you see it. Okay, so the point would be like you want to put, could be like the data start from the 1991. Okay, so that should be the point. All right, and this should look like the moving average, and they will automatically generated. You can go into the design, and if you feel like it's not so good, so you can just spread it by some kinds of graph. For example, this one, and it's E, the moving average. Okay, the same way when you really run it, but by yourself. Okay, and you run it on like insert and go with the recommend chart, and you want to go them together, you can put them in the same way. Okay, you do it the same. So totally, if you really want to just generate by yourself whatever you want, they would just create the same. Just remember about that, Excel is not that smart, and you will have to change for the select data and select for the horizontal axis should be all from the period 1989 into 2008, and click OK, and it should look like this one. Okay, all right. In case like you want to just move it like for the moving average, you can do it. You can rotate it, tick mark. Okay, you can do it all for the level. You can rotate it next to the axis, or high or low, or whatever you want. It just totally is up to you. So don't really have to worry about how to just manage to just create it, right? It's just up to you. Okay, sir. All right, let's come back into the moving average on RStudio. So when you really generate it, I get it's quite the same in the result when you run it by yourself. You can see it over here, right? You can see it over here. The first moving average is about 2,381, and you see the same, right? The first were 2,381, and they totally generate the same function and also the result. So you don't have to really worry. I show you that on Excel to just make sure that you can understand that deeply. All right, now let's just let's come back with the electric cell on the RStudio, and I want to plot it. Plot the original data compared to the new MA file. Okay, data. Right. Let's go and see how it's going to be compared to it other. How are we going to do it? Remember about that? Auto plot, right? And I wanted you for the electric cell like the original data, and I will say if the series will be original data. Okay, now let's add for another auto layer. Okay, and the thing will be like, I want to say this one, the data will be the MA elect cell MA5. Okay, another layer, so I want to put it like elect cell MA5. Okay, the series name, of course I can add it, that will be 5 MA, right? Okay, and we can do it with the xlab, which year, of course, happen here. Okay, plus for while lab, that could be in your word hour. Okay, and last of all, GC title. Okay, let's do it with the annual electricity sale in South Australia. Okay, right, and MA5 not found. Something goes wrong with my data and I don't know why. Elect cell auto layer. Okay, yeah, it should be look like this way. Alright, the data which is not run yet. This is the same with what I already done on Excel, right? Remember about my graph? Yeah, the thing will be like, it's just a little bit low, close, and short. Okay, if you really want to do it with the same, generate the same result format as this, we're not start from here would be like start from like 2000, something like 2000. Okay, I would just do it with 2000 something. So 2000. Yep. Right. Look very close to it other right. Very close to it other right now. Okay, so that's the way for us to run all the thing on like RStudio to just generate and compare between the original data and the new MA data. Okay, moving average data. Right. Of course, like if you want to make it like a little bit better, you can do some decoration in ggplot like color. Okay, color. Okay, manual. Right, and you can set the color manual for each series. So you want to put it like value will be C for the original data. That should be equal to grade 50. Okay, and up until now all the data has been just viewed by the graph, and the thing will be like between the different color like blues and the red is not so good for me for visualization. I want to put them into my real methods and the way that I really want to feel like comfortable with. So equal to, and this one that should be on red. Okay, red. Alright, and for this one I go down here, so the break values, okay, break values that should be C. Open the parenthesis and first of all the original data, and the second of all would be the 5 MA. Okay, right. This should be what I already do. I change for the color and the break with the different color. I want original data for grade. I want the new MA data for MA for the rec. Okay. Yeah, just a little bit look not so good here. So that's stupid. Okay. Now the thing will be like it look very good, and I will just compare between Now I want to just compare the effect of moving average on different m value. Okay, so I want to try with m equal to 3, 5, 7, and 9, and I want to see it like is they different to look at other. With me, actually I can just copy them all and run everything one more time, but like over here I change it to 3. Okay, and actually it should be over here I instead just run all the data manually. So electricity cell and with the 3 periods only. Okay, and the same thing like that, original data, the MA3, the 3 and 3. Okay, and if I really run it manually, this is all the data. However, just 2 rounds has been missing data because they moving average for the 3 m equal 3, so they omit for the first data because we don't have available data to calculate for the first observation and also for the last observation, and that's the point. Okay, and the same thing, so if I run it on the other ties, but like now would be like 5, I already run it, right? Okay, so this should be like P. I will save it now, like should be 7. Okay, and should be 7 MA. Okay, 7 MA and the 7 MA. And maybe I run it by myself. So they omit for 6 observations because that with the m equal to 7. They cannot measure for the first 3 and the last 3. That's the reason why. Okay, and last one I'm gonna do it with the MAs. So this could be m. Okay, so 3 MA, right? This is 3 MA. 5 MA I already created, so this will be 7 MA, and this one will be the last one, the 9 MA. Okay, so for the 9 MA, the thing will be is available here. I would just run it on, modify on for my code a little bit. MA 9. Okay, and MA will be 9. Okay, they do the same like that, and one in this will be removed for a round. First 4 observations have been dropped, for last 4 observations have been dropped, and that's the reason why. Okay, this would be the way for me to just manually run it on RStudio, and of course I can run it by myself and to see like everything manually. But however, we can at the same time, right, put all the graph in one single, just one single graph only, right? Remember about the grid extra something, right? So we can do it on that way, and I run it like F1, P2, P1, and this will be I would call P4. Okay, right, now I have a 4 different plot have been just created into the 4 different kinds of object, and this is the time for me to sum all together. Okay, together in the same plot. Okay, in the same plot. Right, now I use the grid extra packet, and want to use for the another one should be the grid array. Okay, remember I want to put P1, P2, P3, and P4. Okay, number of round. Remember I have a 4 different graph, and I want to have a 2 up here and 2 down here. So I want to separate that into 4 different sections. That means I would have to 2 in the round and 2 in the column. I clarify for n equal to number of round will be 2, so they will automatically understand. You see it over here, right? All the thing had been grabbed, and you can see this. It are really increased for the MA3s. Okay, MA3s. So they going up, and with the higher level of the moving average, the data becomes smoother and smoother. So over here you still see the fluctuation in the graph. With the MA5 still, with the MA7 everything's smoother, and with the MA9 you just see kind of like very strong trend going up. And that's the reason why we had to clarify about what kinds of M we want to use for the data when we do for the for the moving average smoothing. Alright, and now let's do it and try it with the try the moving average. Try the moving average with the periods of 4. Okay, periods of 4. That means M equal to 4. Okay, and that's E with the even. Okay, M. Okay, so with the even of M, and if you already have read about the kind of theoretical stuff of the book, so they will require for the another two layers of the moving average. Okay, to just make all the data into the right order to make it look really symmetric, and that's the reason why. So for I wanted you for the data of the beer, remember, window, and I wanted you for the US beer production, remember, and start from 1992. So that's all the data I want to do. So the same things, right? The same thing. So because that, if you remember about them, and if you really remember about the US beer data, they are quarterly Australia beer production. So because the Australia beer production is a quarterly time series. Okay, we use M equal to 4 in moving average, and this would be the time that we had the problem. So I first of all go for the MA, and I run it for beer 2. Okay, so if I run it for beer 2 and I start from beer 2, and I want you to run it for 4 order. Okay, order will equal to 4, and now I want to start like in the center or not. So you clarify about that. Here I would say that it will be 4, and that should be what it looked like. All the data had been generated, but however for the with 4, I'm sorry, it should be 4, it's not 3. Okay, when I run it with 4, you see like it's a little weird, right? Because the data can be generated. They omit for the first observation, but they do it for the second quarter. So they look very stupid. And if we do it and apply the same kinds of MA4 for this data with the kind of odd number, so odd where I can put it on, even when I can do it with the data analysis and moving average, I say okay, and I want to put the data would be like over here 4. Okay, and the output range I don't want to chart output anymore, but output range I want to just select it here all. Okay, and I say okay. So it dropped some kinds of data, and with the MA4, that means they measure it for the first average of 4 of them, and then they do with the rest. But however, they look not so symmetric, and the same thing happened here when they even move it for one more periods before. But however, they still not so symmetric. They still drop for the last 2 observations, while they drop for the first observation in the data. So not so good, right? And that's the reason why over here for the MA this one, I would just say them and I say MA4. Okay, then I'm saying it. Okay, let's run it. The second MA. Okay, so in this time I run it for another time with M equal to 4 for the order. Now I call it like MA, and this with the MA4 I already generated. Okay, the order number now should be 4 one more time, and the center here now should be equal to true. And if you run it, you see the data now has been dropped like this way. Okay, that should be how we're gonna just do it with the the MA. I run it like this one, but true. I should try it with the beer 2, right? One more time. Okay, beer 2. Sorry. One more time. I run it, and you see like if they center in it out there, and they automatically generate it by, if you see it central, that means they vary the same width when I order it for the MA4, but I run it 2 times. Okay, and if you clarify with the order number will equal to a kind of even number, and you say it true, it will run 2 times like this. That's how the data would be run. Okay, right. So that should be how the people do it. So if you really wonder how the people do it with the MA, I will run it one more time. So with the MA4, okay, I can do it, and I say MA, so MA4 here, and I run it with the order equal to true. Okay, and center equal to 4. Alright, so you see they will run it. Oh my god, they run it differently, the MA4 and MA, and I don't know why there's some problem about the data it run, but this look like they do for the run for moving average in a different way. But basically they would do the same way like that, and that's a 2 layer. Okay, alright, and that would be the way for them to run it on. And if you want to see that we MA2x4, that's be how it look like. Okay, they drop for the first 2 observation and the last 2 observation, and we can at the same time do it one more time, and we plot it. I say for some kinds of auto plot here, plot the original data and the new MA2x4. Okay, alright, auto plot, and I generate at the same time. They normally run it together. This is original data. This is the moving average of the first MA if I just run it along. Okay, and this is another way for the moving average of the MA4, but 2 times run for that, and this will be how we run on it on. Okay, let's do it and plot this with periods and orders 12. That means M equal to 12 with a monthly time series. Okay, with monthly time series we can run it on the M equal to 12. Okay, and this will be how we do it. So we do auto plot for the function, and here we use for the electricity equipment. Okay, you wonder what exactly the electricity equipment, you can run it on over here, and you see this will be monthly manufacturer of the electricity equipment on computer, electronic, and optical product, or something like that, from January of 1996 into the March of 2012. Okay, that should be how it could be run on. So I want to run it for the equipment, and this will be all the data. But however, I want to add for another layer. So first of all, I put it in a series, and this will be original data. Okay, and then I click on, and I want to ask for the auto layer. I run for the MA of the electricity equipment, but with the order equal to 12, right? And the series, I put the name would be like 12 MA. Okay, it should look like this. Okay, it should look like something like this one, but however, don't worry too much. I can add in for another layer, so make it look a little bit like clearer for you to understand. Here for the X level, Y level, I want to put them all into the new order index. Okay, because this is the index, and I want to add for the CG title. Okay, the CG title will be electrical equipment. Manufacturing on Euro area. Okay, okay, it should look like this already, but however, I would have to change it for the color, right? The scale, color, and then manual. I want to set for the different kinds of manual. So I want to have the original to be grays, and the MA12 will be like red, not like green and red like this. So I change it, and the values, okay, equal to C. So first of all, the original data, that should be equal to gray, 50 something, right? I would say that's gray, and the 12 MA will equal to red. Okay, and with another layer of red will equal to C, the first of all original data. Okay, and another one I will apply 12 MA. Okay, oh, there's something wrong with my data, and I don't know why. What happened here? MA original break. The breaks have been good, right? Look, scale symbol. There's some wrong about the graph. Something. Values is true. Value equal to true. The break. It should be look good, right? Original data or original. Okay. No. There's some other kinds of problem. I don't know why. Equipment, the value itself, it should be value that's right. Data equal to gray, and 12 MA equal to red, and yeah. Okay, that's the reason why. Okay, so now I already run it for its own, and you see like how they compare between the MA12 model compared to the original data. Much smoother, right? And you see how it look like for the trend. It's go up and down and up and down, and it can just demonstrate for even like the big drop in 2009 about the electrical equipment manufacturer. I'm pretty sure that's about all the thing will be because of the impact of the crisis, the financial crisis in 2009, something like that. And this is how we run it for the moving average on even the odd number and the even number. Thank you so much.